Welcome to Tunnel Talk, a no facts, all feelings wrestling podcast on the Social Suplex Network. I'm Allie.
I'm Ann.
And I'm Leah.
How are my girls? How are my beautiful girls?
Hot.
Hot?
She has AC in. Easy. Yeah. So you shouldn't be hot anymore.
Yeah, why are you so hot when you have your AC in?
Well, the AC's only got in like maybe 10 minutes before we got on this podcast, so this room hasn't quite leveled out yet.
I'm actually living today because we got, it cooled down. It's been hideous, but it cooled down and I had to close all the windows. It was too cold.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I've been spending some time, you know, the movie Obsession that's come out.
No. What is it?
It's like a horror movie that was made for like no budget, and it's like made like $200 million, and it's like a huge like hit basically.
I haven't even heard of it.
Yeah, well, I've only heard of it because for some reason there's someone whose Twitter like I individually check because I don't read Twitter anymore, but like I enjoy her feed, and she's like a horror fan, so she's been talking about it like nonstop and wrote like a bunch of Substack posts. So I'm like very up on Obsession and how great she thinks it is basically.
Oh.
And then Cannonball, the Wesley Morris podcast, just put out an episode on it today. And they like hated it. So I was like, ooh, discourse just between things that I read and listen to personally.
I feel like
I haven't seen it and don't really intend to. So it's
that's kind of a great place to be, I think, because you know that then I feel like usually it's going to make you feel something. And that's what you want.
Right.
You want to either hate it or love it. You don't want to go and be like, that
totally.
was a bit dull.
Right. It doesn't sound like it was dull. It sounds like it either drives you crazy or like lights you on fire. So
what's the premise? Is there a non-spoilery premise?
Yeah. So I could narrate the whole film to you because I consumed all this content. Again, haven't seen it, don't intend to. But yeah, basically the premise is like there's this like sad dude who has like a crush on his friend, a girl, and he wants to ask her out, but he is too scared to, so he is out to get like a gift for her, and he buys like a little novelty like thing that grants a wish, and then he ends up wishing that she loves him more than anybody. And then
I did hear about
things
this.
ensue. Yeah,
but I don't think I heard anything other than the premise. Interesting. Wow.
It's kind of a classic premise, you know.
Yeah. I'll definitely watch that.
Yeah, you probably enjoy it. And then you could tell me what you thought, and I'd have like a third spectrum, and then I'd really have a sense of.
And you
if
really
it's good.
know my perspective, so I feel
That's
like
true.
you'd have a good
best,
sense.
of course.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. That you might not necessarily agree, but we do agree a lot. You must admit.
We do agree a lot. Yeah, this podcast actually sometimes makes it a little alarming, where it's like all our other friends who are into wrestling will think one thing, but the three of us all like independently thought the other one. It's like, what? That's crazy.
Well, it's just our classic joke where it's like we're Borging. So we've just created our own little hive mind that we love to be in. The movie that I want to see Backrooms, but I don't.
Oh yeah, I do too. Yeah.
I don't actually. I read a review that made me be like, okay, I think that I'm going to have these problems with it too.
I've heard medium things about
Yeah.
it. More medium than Obsession, which...
Yeah. And I do hold it against it. And I feel like bad about it because I'm like, it's boring to say. But I'm like, I actually do hold it against it that it got made and House of Leaves has never been made into a movie.
Honestly, I saw the preview for it and I didn't realize it was after the, off this like... whatever Reddit type stuff, and I thought it was a House of Leaves thing. I was like, oh, like there's all the places expanding. I was like, it's weird. It looks like an office park in there because that's not my understanding of House of Leaves. But I thought it was like a House of Leaves, and then I was like, oh.
And it's not that people haven't said it. Like obviously they have said it, but I have the boring feeling of being like, people should be talking about that a lot more. Actually, They should be saying a lot more about it. And House of Leaves actually has like what I'd heard about Backrooms is that it's like it doesn't have the story to sustain the concept.
Oh, sure.
And it's like House of Leaves has very robust psychological underpinnings, you know? So
You said that in such like a school marm like and class. Very robust.
Never forget. Well, okay. Well, maybe I'll see a movie someday. That'll be fun.
Seems like a big year for movies. People are really getting out there.
Really? There's more?
Yeah, there's like Project Hail Mary.
Oh, that was so fun. Yeah.
Michael has made a ton of money, which is repulsive, but
it's
the Michael Jackson.
Right. Yes, right.
Yeah.
I'm there.
I feel feel like there might be others too, but those are the ones I've heard of lately. So
There might be other movies. There might have been some other movies this year, but who can know for sure?
who can know? Spielberg has one coming out this summer.
Oh, I am so excited for that.
Yeah. Should we all go together somehow?
Well, I can't wait to find out what Brian Cage did in it. Do you remember that quote from Brian Cage where he was like, Spielberg saw me and he said I had exactly what he needed. And his vibe was like, and that proves that I, Brian Cage, have star power. And I'm like, I don't know what it proves until I see the film, Brian. And if I had to guess, it's not that you have any kind of translatable star power for other films.
I feel like
you had a body crazier than anything Steven Spielberg had ever seen in his life. Yeah.
I feel like he thinks he's David Boreanaz being like hunted off the street for Angel, and instead he's like a freak being sought for the circus.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, P.T. Barnum saw you.
Yeah.
P.T. Barnum said, I have the stuff. Like, amazing, Brian. Was he in the background of any of the DCF shots this week? I was really looking for him, but I didn't catch him.
I saw him, but
didn't want to go to
so
Big
many
Cincy,
of
huh?
them. It's hard to know.
Or is the AEW.com? Oh no, maybe it was Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor called it Natty, and I didn't know that they called it that.
No, I've never heard that before, and I live reasonably close to Cincinnati.
Well, enough chit chat. It is my week to say what's making me happy. It's happiness season. I'm actually really having anxiety season, but I anticipate happy days to come. My happy thing this week, though, is it's a beautiful, simple, natural pleasure.
Not like the unnatural pleasures we usually celebrate on this podcast.
Not like the stupid books and movies and little popsicle treats we usually talk about. I have no idea why I'm saying anything that I'm saying. All that I'm saying is that the other night I woke up at 3:30 a.m. into a thunderstorm, and there had been a severe weather warning, but I often just think like that won't happen, you know? I woke up into this thunderstorm that was the most fantastic thunderstorm I have ever experienced. I wish I'd been more awake, honestly. I was kind of just mostly awake through it for like an hour. It was one of those ones where it's like constant lightning and constant thunder. So it's like you're just listening to nothing but thunder for an hour and just occasionally getting a super huge roll of it. It was... Oh, it felt so good. It was like I was at sea, is what it felt like. Truly. I was like in Master and Commander, is what it felt like.
That sounds
loved
amazing.
it. And I thought, I've decided to live.
I'd love a
Middle of the
thunderstorm
night.
tonight.
Yeah, middle of the night is a perfect time for a thunderstorm.
Oh, yeah. And it's like, it just feels so like cozy, and I was so safe. And I did have a moment where I was like, I went to sleep as per usual with all the windows open. I wonder what's happening with that. And the answer was so much water inside the house. There's a comforter on the floor that's just like soaked. But then, it's so cozy that I thought, who gives a shit? Who even cares? And I left the windows open. I didn't do anything about it. So
You're like,
I once didn't get my security deposit back because I did that with windows because it kind of left water stains all over the windowsills.
Oh my God. Well, I'm sure there's water stains on those windowsills. Absolutely, 100%. But those are old windows and they need replaced anyway. So
you're just giving them an opportunity to improve.
Well, my bathroom window is in such a state of disrepair that I was trying to lock it recently because it won't stay, like the top won't stay up. I can't even get into it. But basically, all that you need to know is the wood crumbled and the lock came off. And it was just like, listen, this one's not on me, okay? This one's not on me.
Wow. It's not so good.
Anyway, so my what's making me happy is the majesty of nature and the simple natural joys that can be enjoyed, the simple natural pleasures of this life that can be enjoyed when you rip your eyes away from the screen. Just kidding.
Brian Danielson.
I love the screen.
That does sound like Brian Danielson.
No. I love the screen. I love the screen just as much as ever. Come on. Of course, I'm watching lots of stuff on the screen. Of course, well, we can't even get into the things that I've been putting on the server recently, but there's lots of great and bad TV out there to watch, I'll say.
I'll say recently added has become a portrait of a one woman's breakdown.
One Woman's Breakdown. Well, I haven't even watched most of it. I just want to have it available. Like, what I say is that...
That's what she said.
What I say...
Your Honor, I wasn't going to do the cocaine. I just wanted to have it around.
I just needed to have it available to me.
I actually do think that's my personality, though. Like, I actually do think if I were addicted to cocaine, I could get out of it by being like, I just always have to have it in the house. I have to have cocaine in the house, and if I do, I won't do it.
And actually, you'd be like, I'm going to feel so good when I do that cocaine, so I better save it for later, and then you'd never do any cocaine.
You're right. Yeah. And actually, this is some of the best cocaine that you can get, so I'm saving it for a very special occasion.
It's handmade in Colombia.
Oh, anyway, look, all I'm saying is that if some women need to feel secure is to know that at any moment they could watch, I don't even know how many seasons there are, 30 seasons of Criminal Minds. They need to know that they can do that if they have to.
The thing was that Criminal Minds was off-putting, but it wasn't concerning. What concerned me was when I saw NCIS.
That's very concerning.
I was like, Allie, that's for AARP members.
Yeah. I mean, Mark Harmon is cute, but that's not for those of us under 70.
That cute. Well, that was more of I don't know how I got there, but it was kind of a fascination thing where it's like I realized that there's a whole sequel show to NCIS where two of the characters who were on NCIS.
NCIS LA.
No, is it that one? I think it's literally called like NCIS Tony and Ziva. It's about their marriage.
Okay, maybe
it's about their marriage.
Then there's multiple
Tony
spin-offs.
And Ziva. Okay, having their names in the title is bananas.
I don't know if that's
right.
It's
like the Miz and Maurice.
I have to look it up. NCIS Tony and yeah.
It sounds like a reality show for sure.
Maybe it came out last year. NCIS Tony and Ziva, about former agents Tony and Ziva.
And their marriage?
Oh, it got canceled. That makes sense. Actually, that makes total sense.
Yeah, that all checks out what you just said. Yeah.
Sense. Anyway, I don't know. Somehow I stumbled across that, and it just I was like, NCIS is a show that was on TV, and then I thought like nautical crime, and I have watched it before. I won't say I haven't watched it, but
you want to specialize in maritime law. And, yeah.
I actually have been rewatching Arrested Development, so nice. that's actually where I'm spending my time.
That's very mentally healthy, actually. So.
Yeah, that's totally fine. So anyway, what are we here to talk about? What are we here to talk about today?
Are we pivoting to a Tony and Ziva podcast?
Honestly, I'd love to watch the season that exists and just find out what happens. Yeah. Why did it happen? Although not together romantically, Tony and Ziva co-parent their daughter, but the show is
it's about their divorce?
Presumably it would end up being a comedy of remarriage if...
I mean, you would hope.
You have to imagine. Flashbacks throughout the series show how Tony and Ziva's relationship fell apart, I would imagine.
You know what? That's not nothing to me.
I know.
Yeah, I mean, you're kind of talking me into it. They're co-parenting and there's a comedy of remarriage element.
And there's a lot of unknown assailant attempts to steal Interpol funds. How does that twig you? Does that interest you?
I'm less interested in that part.
They're joining forces with a hacker named Boris Peskov to find the ultimate culprit between a tech program called 9.4. Okay, well, let's leave all that behind. And
there's a lot happening there, yeah.
There's a lot happening there. What's this podcast about? Can anybody tell me?
Should we warn the listeners that we have pre-agreed to talk about wrestling as little as we can get away with?
Yeah, we better. I mean, the thing is, we watched Dynamite last night, okay? And I said, and I think this is the meanest I've been in a long time, actually, because my standards are so, I'm open to everything these days. We got to the end and I was like, that's the worst episode of Dynamite that I've seen since God knows when. There was basically nothing in there for us.
No.
It was a real doldrums. Like, boy, we are in Forbidden Door season, aren't we?
Yeah. And Leah, I think you had a more measured take about it, which was fair.
Well, I just said I think we say this before Forbidden Door every single year because I think conceptually Forbidden Door is not for us. And so I think every year the only storyline is the Owen tournament, which we don't like. It's not enough. So I think every year we're like, should we get into something else?
Yeah. But it's not that the Forbidden Door isn't conceptually for us. I mean, maybe, but if they did it the way we wanted it to, it would be.
Oh yeah, no, of course, if they did wrestling the way we wanted,
if they did it
more things would
good, it would be good. But it's just that it's like there's no storylines, but also I'm like, don't you have to bring in a bunch of wrestlers we don't know at some point? Are you planning to bring me the wrestlers I don't know at some point?
Well, and they do it less and less every year, where I feel like this year we're like an all-time low of actual like crossover matches, to the point where I'm like, should we just shut this pay-per-view down, like, honestly, until we can figure out what's going on?
we need to launch an investigation. Yeah. Tony? And the investigation is just like hired them all. I got the ones I wanted. The ones I wanted, I got. And the ones I didn't, I didn't.
There? Zack Sabre Jr.
It was just, Tony's like, the whole thing was just a poaching scam, okay? And it worked out perfectly.
People, the New Japan, Hadeen, whatever, they're losing their minds right now. They're like, it was.
Dude, I'm doing a 7 a.m. morning gym class now, as you guys know. And it's going okay. I mean, my sleep schedule's not, we can't get into all that. That's not what this is about. I was at the gym on Tuesday morning, bright and early, crack at 7 a.m. There's someone in my class wearing a New Japan t-shirt.
Whoa.
And that really stymied me because I got so excited. And I was like, man, the New Japan t-shirt with the classic circle is
was it a man or a woman wearing this?
It's a woman.
Okay.
Yeah. I think she's doing the class with her mom, so I'm not really sure about, but I'm not totally sure, but I think she might be a late teen or something, Okay. Yeah, so let's not get crazy. But
I was like, I don't know what you're trying to say about moms.
I'm just saying, okay, I'm not getting set up with this woman.
Yeah, got it.
But she, I'm looking at the t-shirt. I'm like, God, that is such a nice t-shirt. Like you would not be humiliated for a second to be seen in this t-shirt. It just looks really nice. And then I was like, well, I don't know. I can't really say anything about this, though, because, like, what are you going to do? It's like it seems crazy to me to be like, oh, my God, New Japan. Like, I know about them because I watch AEW.
Oh, my guys raid your guys all the time.
We got a lot of your guys over here. Y'all, so what did you think about the dogs? You missed them?
You missed the dog. Did you miss the Elite? You missed the dogs? You missed Will Ospreay? Missing Okada a little bit?
I don't know why I actually did have a feeling I was like, New Japan fans are superior. I don't think I can approach. That's a level I can't touch.
They're a more sophisticated breed of fan. They're international sophisticates.
I did make fun of myself for it too, but I didn't say anything. I thought if the t-shirt comes back, maybe I'll consider it. But it's like, what t-shirts do I have? I was like, I have wrestling t-shirts. What wrestling t-shirts could I wear? And it's like, Dustin and Greg are married or whatever that was.
Dustin and Greg forever, yeah.
Dustin and Greg forever. And then I was like, well, I have Hot and Ready Hot Dog Summer.
That's a beautiful one. Everyone knows that's a wrestling shirt.
We never even got to produce it.
I know.
It doesn't make sense to anyone but us.
I was like, I should find us a new merch place right now, because if Ospreay's going to get that title, this could be another Ready Hot Dog Summer.
It's unfortunate that I feel like he seemed hotter and readier.
I know. He doesn't seem he seems a little cool.
Not to sound like Dave Meltzer. I didn't think he was hot and ready for the title, but he certainly had a lot going on. That's all. Yeah. So we're here to talk wrestling. And we didn't like the show this week.
I was really hoping that this was going to be the time that we turn in an episode that's entirely chit chat hour.
Yeah.
We're on track.
And who knows? I mean, I seem to have typed a lot of stuff, but it's like, who knows how much of it actually has to get written. So should we do it? Do you feel brave, girls?
Sure.
Let's do it.
You are my brave girls. Okay, Mark Briscoe. Oh, God. Okay.
That's the first word. Like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Mark Briscoe fought Pac. Oh,
He's back at it again. He's back at it again, girls. And it's nothing against you, Mark.
No, or Pac. You're both lovely.
You're both so lovely. Mark Briscoe fought Pac on this week's Dynamite. I don't think there's any setup for this. Or if there is, I could not suss it out. Mark headed out to the match after a brief high-intensity televised talk with Tony Khan backstage. So we saw them with heads bent together, murmuring those sweet girlish murmurings of, like they're on the schoolyard and they've got secrets to tell each other and they're excited. And Mark has to go after his match. And Tony said, "Go get him, slugger." And they did what I would call Mark and Pac, not Mark and Tony. Tony was backstage. He didn't fight anybody, but Mark and Pac did what I would call normal fighting, and Mark Briscoe won the match, and afterwards he grabbed a mic. And he cut a promo in which he called MJF a bitch for not accepting his challenge for the AEW World title. And then he said, "I have a direct path to a title shot. Why don't you come out here and let me explain a bit better?" MJF's music immediately hit, and then we cut to commercial. Which was confusing for all of us.
It's a wild choice, yeah.
I have a genuine character note about this, which is that I do not think it makes any sense for Mark Briscoe to have said, I'm going to be able to fight you, come out here and let me explain it, and for MJF to immediately be like, "Yes, absolutely, I'll come out and talk about it with you." I think that you could get a much better effect, but the same end result by having Mark Briscoe use reverse psychology on MJF.
Yeah.
And be like, "I've got a path to the title, and you'll find out when you find out."
Yeah.
And then MJF would have come out immediately and been like, "What the fuck do you mean you have a path to the title?"
That is true.
I think that would have been better.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
Thank you. That was what I was seeking, was agreement. And I got it. Once they were both present, MJF did more of his stolen no gimmick. He said that he's the law at AEW. And
it went on for so long. He said no, but it took 20 minutes.
And it's like the whole point of no is that it's a single word.
Yeah. It's a complete sentence.
It's a complete sentence. And so he talked a lot, and he got into a rising tide thing that was kind of like, I don't know what this is about. And
So it was like one of those things. It was the exact same thing that we were saying last time, where it's like, with a different wrestler, you'd be like, "Oh, that's not true. You're obviously lying in order to show how heel-ish you are." But then it's like, with MJF, I'm not sure he's trying to do anything. He probably does believe that he's a rising tide, but I was like, I don't know if that's true.
I've never seen you bring another boat up.
Nope.
Never once.
I know. I'm really back in the bitching and crackers situation with MJF, where I feel like I'd warmed to him for a while during his title reign because he was staying out of the way, but this week I was just like, ugh.
Keeping it moving. Well, yeah. Well, I just didn't realize that it's like he gets a title reign again immediately and he's like, just back at it again. We can't even get into it. We can't do it again. Anyway, MJF said some mean stuff about the Conglomeration, namely that having friends are stupid and a liability. And he stood by as Mark Briscoe got attacked by Blake Christian and Lee Johnson. And I don't know if he did say that he had money immediately prior to this, so I think maybe he paid them to do it was the implication. Does that seem right?
Could be.
It's very plausible.
I love getting the faces
surprised
from the two of you that are just like, didn't think about it for a second, don't want to think about it now. Don't know why you're asking me about it.
No, when you put it out, I was like, oh yeah, that is strange, because I feel like the last time I saw them, they were baby faces, but I don't know what's been happening on Old Collision.
I think they've been evil.
They probably have been.
I think so. But I don't know what they've been doing. You know what? Whatever. I think they got paid. That's all you need to know. And then Mark Briscoe gets on the mic. Conglomeration come out for the save. And then Mark Briscoe gets on the mic again. And he says, Max, you're not the boss. You're just an asshole. And I talked to the actual boss. Tony
he
Khan.
found a fast track to getting a matchbook. He talked to Tony Khan. He's like, "This is not the only way. What are the rules of this promotion?"
It was something about it was so funny because I love commentary is always being like, Mark Briscoe is just a chicken farmer hick. And I'm like, I don't know. Mark Briscoe seems like a corporate bootlicker to me. Oh, you went to the boss? You just went to the boss? Oh, you tattled to the boss?
Honestly, I think Mark Briscoe as corporate bootlicker I'm going to onboard immediately. I think that's a nice character note from him. And
it's a complicating element.
Yeah. I'd love to see him as kind of a Dwight character. Where
the assistant
he just keeps
to the regional manager.
Tony!
I would love to for a backstage sketch where Mark Briscoe takes us to his farm to pitch us on the idea of having a wedding there. That is fun.
That would be fun. Yeah, and Dwight lives on a beet farm.
Yeah. And there's a weird
farm.
Moses character that they never explain.
It's all coming together.
It's one of the children.
Probably the youngest, the baby. It's the baby. So he says, I went to the boss, Tony Khan, and we need a main event for Forbidden Door. We actually don't, because it turns out we have 3 main events for Forbidden Door. So I actually think we were kind of fine in that department, but
it's so funny to say we need one when there are 3. It's like, you really don't.
Like, we don't even need both of the ones we already had.
Right. We're actually looking to roll back some main events for Forbidden Door.
We're overbooked on main events. Tony's like, we need another. But it's like, Tony will say anything, you know? He'll just say anything to anybody for any reason. So he says, we need a main event for Forbidden Door. He said, Mark, you find 5 people. Max, he got to find 5 people. We're going to do 6-on-6. Mark, if your team wins, you get a guaranteed title shot. But that's not it. That's not all. You don't have to agree with it. Tony Khan is the boss. But like the sicko that he truly is, sycophantic, Mark Briscoe, bootlicker behavior.
Mark Briscoe's out there being like, guys, aren't we also excited about AI and how we can all be more productive in our offices?
He's being like, Tony, do you think there's any great AI tools that we could integrate here?
I would pay so much money for someone to ask Mark Briscoe what AI is.
He's got a big vocabulary, so who knows what words he could produce. But
I'd love to hear him explain it.
Please, God. Anyway, the upshot is that Tony said that it would all go down in a steel cage. So it's 6-on-6 in a steel cage. And MJF had a bit of a hunted look about it, and he left. And on the way out, he encountered the masked Andrade, who was coming out for his own match. And they had a little stare down. And we'll circle back on that later. Any immediate thoughts about this whole face-off setup before we explain some of the following segments?
It's like not even good criticism because like I'm just sick of MJF, but I was like, of course he wants to do a steel cage match. He wants that last match of the night, and he wants people to be like, oh, it was so brutal, and it's like, ugh.
But it's not like, I just feel like it's not gonna be. It's like, we just had Stadium Stampede and it was so fun and inventive. And I'm like, there's no way. It's not gonna be brutal. It's not gonna be interesting.
He's probably gonna steal all their spots.
He's gonna do half of his spots will be ones we just saw at the last pay-per-view.
And the other half will be from 1985 and we'll pop old heads and not me.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Using the word old heads, guys. I am in a quite a foul humor with him, it's true. So I don't expect much of it. Well,
and I immediately was like, who is going to be on MJF's side? But then I immediately was like, oh, probably the DCF. I mean, that's where all the guys are. So
I'm shocked not shocked. It makes sense that you got there, but I wasn't even thinking. I thought because it's Forbidden Door and Forbidden Door is coming, I guess I thought that we might get some Forbidden wrestlers involved. So I was like, MJF, like no one will talk to him here, so he's going to have to go scouting at other companies. That'll be kind of funny. That'll be kind of fun potentially. But
he could be the international scout like for Hook.
He's going to hire Hook to do his international scouting for him.
Yeah.
Because Hook has been so good at,
Shibata.
Who was the...
Shibata.
Yeah, Shibata. He could hire Shibata to do international scouting. Well, that's not what's...
Oh, I was just going to say, everyone knows that Shibata does an amazing job of it when he's told to.
Well, that's not what happened. So,
too bad FTR can't be in this because I'm at my leisure to see them in a cage match again.
Oh my God. I do want to see Dax on the side of a cage again. What was that? What was that match again? It was like get into the cage.
Escape the cage.
But they opened the door like pretty often.
Yeah. Greatest match of my life.
Oh yeah.
So funny. Conceptually so funny. Like just imagine being in that meeting and being like, okay, hear me out. What if it's like we're trapped like rats? We're trapped like rats in the cage.
But then we just open the door.
We just open the door.
Do you guys think it's pretty cool of us that the only matches we remember are like AEW spectacular failures?
Yeah.
Probably.
We must remember some good ones.
I'm sure we remember a few good ones too, but
I don't know if I can explain the moves the way I can for the cage match.
No. If a match was genuinely good, we'll remember that we felt that way in the moment.
Yeah.
And we might remember like a spot.
Yeah.
If a match was innovatively bad, we could go on about it for hours. Like, I feel like the rest of this podcast could just be like, remember Escape the Cage?
I know, really. And it's like, and we're so delighted too. It's like, really, it's what we come to wrestling for, I think.
Failure. We want to see people take big swings and fail.
Honestly, yeah, but it's not like because I don't like them. It's because I like them that I enjoy it so much.
It's not because I like FTR that I enjoy it.
Well, no, that's
so
true. I do
much.
enjoy watching them fail, but it's like that's part of what I like about wrestling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
My brother has
crazy.
a T-shirt for the exploding barbed wire death match.
Oh, really?
He wears it like every time he visits.
Actually,
Oh my God.
I think it's actually a pretty cool T-shirt
It's
too.
a
Isn't
very
it?
cool shirt. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah.
So it's like
and every
both
time I see
aesthetically
him,
pleasing and very funny.
Yeah, every time I see him in it, I'm like, God, I wish I'd bought that shirt. It's classic.
Check eBay. Check eBay.
Yeah, maybe I will. If only there were a shirt for FTR's Escape the Cage match.
God, I'd do that
I
in a
would buy
second.
that.
We could make it. We could make it. That would be the funniest summer 2026 merch we could make. A celebration of Escape the Cage.
We could do it like all in like FTR's colors and stuff because their aesthetic I really genuinely really like. And this could be my opportunity because that is the only FTR shirt I would ever consider wearing.
We'll pop that in the ideas notebook. Okay, so where's MJF going to find 5 men? Later in the night, he interrupts a Don Callis family promo to request that Don Callis provide these men. He says, I need warm bodies. Don Callis, very uncharacteristically, is immediately like, you think you can buy my boys? This isn't a butcher shop. You can't treat them like pieces of meat. Traditionally, it's how you have treated them and how you've allowed everybody else to treat them, I will say.
Yeah.
Leah, you had a good point about how close we were to greatness here.
Well, he said something. He was like, this isn't a butcher shop. They're not prime steaks. You can't, he just kept saying sort of meat related things. And I was just sitting there being like, say they're not ham hocks. Say it.
They're not,
Say it.
They're not juicy ham hocks for Christmas dinner. Or any dinner.
God, if he said that, like the amount of ascending I would have done.
I would have lost my mind. If the word ham came out of his mouth in any context, that would have been over.
The whole show would have gotten a pass. But instead, it got an abysmal cage match rating from me. But anyway, he doesn't want to. MJF interrupts, shows him a big briefcase of money. Don Callis is like, you know what? Absolutely, you can have some bodies. Boys, we're going to have a wonderful party with this money. And MJF said, I got to take a week to think over which 5 bodies I want. And Andrade makes a little move towards him, but he's cut off by Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight is like, if you want a really great guy, good at wrestling, the best, it's got to be me, Kevin Knight the Jet. He said, it seems like you've been ducking me lately. Haven't really noticed that.
Didn't they interact like last week?
I think they've interacted every single week. And MJF does kind of consistently just look like, I can't believe that I'm talking to you again. So I don't think he's ducking you, Kevin, but it seems like you've been ducking me lately. I'll play a little game for your play date at Forbidden Door if I get a shot at that title afterwards. MJF is like, okay, but it'll be your last shot. And Kevin is like, absolutely amazing deal. Yes. Thoughts about anything else going on in here before we move on? This is kind of a circuitous, I had to put these segments together in a weird way. So you'll have a chance to talk about Andrade more later and Kevin more later. Any thoughts about the minutia of the segment, though?
Not too much. I do like seeing Greg and Rocky in their Miami Vice outfits.
I like they said on Collision that Don Callis splashed out for new suits for everyone,
Yeah,
and I
he
was
bought
like,
them clothes.
I don't believe you for a single second. I
But
do
the
not believe you.
idea of Don Callis in a department store with all these big boys trailing behind him as he like gets them set up with suits like they're his little children.
Doing like his little back to school shopping, and he's like,
Yeah.
everybody gets one new suit, and then remember the rest of your stuff is going to be a brother's hand me down, and I just put the chart in the kitchen, and you know which brother you have to get clothing
It's cheaper
from.
by the dozen.
And then they're
So,
arguing
yeah.
over, I guess the biggest brother gets all new clothes. So they're
Yeah.
arguing because it's about size in the Don Callis family. So they're just arguing about who truly the biggest brother is.
Yeah. Do you think it's Lynch Archer probably?
I guess maybe it must be. Because, I mean,
it's like
height-wise,
Girth.
girth-wise, maybe Brian.
Cage, yeah.
So, but they can't both get new clothes.
I just thought about measuring Brian Cage like you measure like horse chest depth.
How many hands he has.
Yeah. How many hands is his chest?
That's completely correct. That's the only way to measure Brian Cage.
And then anyone else trying to wear Brian Cage's hand-me-downs, like just cinched in, like.
I would give anything to see Rocky wearing a cast-off Brian Cage
Yes.
suit.
Imagine how amazing it would be to see anybody in the Don Callis family wearing somebody else's clothes. And if it's like you come in with some clothes and Don is just like, but now you're in the system. So it's like, Andrade, I said your younger brother is so and so. Give him all your clothes. And Andrade's like, my beautiful suits, my Mickey Mouse clothes.
When you join the Don Callis family, the first thing you have to do is hand all your clothes down, and then you get new clothes from someone else. Like,
You contribute to whole. You contribute to whole.
To each according to his needs.
To each according to his girth. Anyway, I just wanted to comment on, I think it's so interesting that when MJF showed up, Kyle Fletcher protectively lunged in front of Don Callis, and I was like, what's going on between you two had better come to a weird head someday, because we need to have a talk about it. It's not normal and it's not safe.
It's a little bit of a folio do.
Yeah.
That is true, yeah.
Locked in a beautiful madness together. All right. So, okay, back to Andrade. Remember when I said Andrade tried to talk to MJF in that segment, but Kevin cut him off? Well, it wasn't the first time that Andrade and Kevin had interacted that night. Earlier in the evening, Renee had interviewed Kevin and Don Callis, and she was like, Kevin, maybe let's talk about what you did last week. And Don said, whoa, 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 Renee. This is not how you just blunder into a scene and just throw questions at this man. This is how it's done. And then he demonstrated how to interview Kevin about his crimes. And I thought that is a very realistic depiction of a man in the workplace.
Especially because he did it. He just asked the same questions. So it was just perfect comedy genius. Perfect.
Yeah. And then he
Great.
said, that's how you get an Emmy, Renee. And Renee had a great face of, I'm like, I've had that one in a meeting before. Just like, I can't do this right now.
Well, it's not worth talking to HR about, but I am documenting.
But I'm going to be talking to someone. Like everyone else I know, pretty much.
It's like, right, yeah, every woman backstage, for sure. Yeah.
So Kevin didn't get a chance to answer any questions before Andrade showed up, and he kind of zeroed in on Don Callis, and he was like, I've said it once, I've said it a million times. I want the world title. This guy's new to the family, and he wants it too. Tranquilo, get in the back of the line. Don, are you with him or are you with me? And it was like, Andrade, he's with him. He's actually never indicated for one single second that he might be with you. He's not treated you well.
No, I don't know. Did Andrade ever even get like the Don's new boy treatment? I feel like he didn't.
Did he ever get the intro speech? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, I just feel like with other people, he'll.
The first, like, he had the shortest newlywed speech. Like, I think he, like, maybe the first day, you know? But also Andrade had a weird thing where he came back and then he got, like, 90 days. And then...
It could all have been different if WWE hadn't interfered.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Probably Don was treating him real nice in the mansion, but it was all off screen, so we didn't see it.
Totally,
we just missed it all.
Yeah. Don is such a good dad off screen.
He was putting him in the special boy chair at the dinner table. He got to sit at the dinner table. I mean, that's pretty exciting. It's more like a throne, you know.
Throne. The special boy throne. Yeah, he was letting him use the shower. He was letting him use a real shower.
Yeah, Don's own shower. Yeah.
Whoa. Okay. we can't unpack all that. Kevin didn't even let him answer. He just left he said something. I don't even remember. So Andrade then goes on to have his face-off with MJF, as mentioned earlier, and then he has a match with Orange Cassidy that he wins, which, OC, you're a good little worker, and you really lie down when they tell you to.
I know. I was like, this is a little demoralizing, but good for you, I guess.
He got his bits in. He had a very funny bit in there.
Yeah, I loved his bit.
He was double G'd, and he
after Andrade pulled his pants off, then OC pulled his top pair of pants off.
It was real.
And there was a shriek.
Never
a woman
stuff.
in the crowd like shrieked, and it's like, oh my god, we're gonna see leg.
Well, I do think like seeing OC's legs, I think it would be like, I'm worried it would kind of, for me, be like, shut it down. I can't watch this sport anymore. That was never supposed to happen. I feel unwell. I think they're great legs. I'm sure they're wonderful legs. I've seen them before. I've seen them before in pictures, but I'm scared. I'm really scared at the idea of seeing those legs in an AEW ring.
It would be like seeing a Victorian woman's ankle, kind of.
Yeah. They're going to get, the FCC is coming for you.
Yeah.
So they have this match, and then there's a little celebratory after part where Andrade gets on the mic, and it's like he's going to say something, but then he just says, how you know, and the crowd is chanting how you know, and this is relevant. And so then Don is, so then come back to, oh God, I'm really moved us. There was no other way to do it. Just trust me. Yep. So now we're back in this segment that I left before it was over, where MJF has been like, I have to hire 5 men. So Andrade blocks Don Callis as he's trying to leave. Don Callis is in a great mood because he's like, stacks of money, 5 boys head into the main event, and Kevin and I are really vibing. And Andrade is like, I have to talk to you about my title shot. What about my title shot? What about? And Don is like, you are such a good boy. You're one of my best boys. You're definitely going to get a title shot. And, it's all just, I got a lot of boys. So everything in time, sweet one, and you'll get exactly what you want. And then he puts out his hand to shake, and Andrade shakes it, and Don exits. And then Andrade has this moment where he's just making this like befuddled look of befuddled pathos of just like, what is happening in my life? And he kind of scrunks his mouth up and he murmurs, how you know? And I think that was the 3rd time that at least that he deployed the catchphrase in this episode.
He's overusing it because that last one would have been perfect on its own.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Because we had said earlier, when he was having the crowd moment with it, we were like, we were pretty mean it. And what did you say, Ann?
Oh, we've gone too far.
You said
right, because it didn't make any sense.
Yeah. Do you like your hat?
It didn't make any sense. It didn't, it wasn't organic. It was just him saying his catchphrase pointlessly. But then, if he had protected it and saved it for that last moment, it would have, hit like crack, where you would have been like, Andrade is a genius.
Yeah. Right. But he's in Jake Hagerville.
Yeah. You can't say it every time. You have to reserve it for moments when it's really going to be fucking funny. And this was so fucking... And then they did an effect. I don't know if it was someone shouting from the crowd muted or if they did an effect where you heard an answering, echo of, you know. Which was I don't know what's going on. But just the face that he was making, it's that was the one. The other ones were extraneous. Kill those darlings.
Yeah.
This is the money. This is the money shot.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. What do you guys think about the Andrade Kevin Knight beef?
I don't love that it's basically Okada Takeshita right after we did Okada Takeshita. I don't know that I'm not interested in watching Don play 2 of his boys against each other while they kind of wrestle for dominance. You know what I mean? I'm just sort of no, I just saw that. But at the same time, I'm I do kind of like everybody involved, so it's fine. But it's also you could be doing something new.
Yeah, it'd be nice if they found a slightly new angle on it. Don Callis is talking on commentary a lot, in multiple matches, he's been like, yeah, you know, in every family, there's kind of like a favorite child, and that's just normal, you know, and stuff, which I do like that dynamic, but it does feel pretty repetitive.
There's a certain aimlessness to it at the moment. Yes. We're not going anywhere. And I like to be going somewhere, and I don't totally understand why most of it is happening, really. But, okay, final topic of this section. Kevin Knight had another segment on Dynamite. He did get the big Don Callis introduction, so that's where he's, like, coming out for his entrance, and Don Callis is on the mic being like, he's the handsomest boy in the world. His girth is 9 hands around, and he's looking good. And they come out to the ring, and there's a live promo where Kevin is like, everyone's so mad at me, and for what? Why? Be mad at MJ. Be mad at Darby for not getting the job done. Be mad at Speedball for breaking up the beloved Jet Speed you love so much. I know, it hurt me too.
That was incredible. I thought that was like a real genius little like tack to take. I was like, oh yeah, okay, Kevin.
Yeah, it was definitely, that was good heel stuff.
No.
And he was like, but you can't be mad at me for linking up with Don Callis and still being the face of TNT. He said, well, all the bumps in the back love to wrestle for stars. Don Perignon right here saw the Jet was the biggest one in the back and made me his #1 asset. And that's why we're linking up to become Jet 2 belts. Which I was like, together? The two of you together? Interesting. Don's gonna get a belt. I'm like, a marriage? Another marriage already? And we're working on my time, baby. Don't know what that means either. And then he said that signing bonus didn't hurt either. And that did make me immediately, I'm just like, oh my God, you and Jet Speed were living on love. And so you gave it all up for cold hard cash. That's sick, Kevin. That's sick. He called for MJF to come out and talk to him about getting a title shot, presumably. But instead, Darby's music hit. Kevin looks unnerved. He's watching for Darby, but Darby sneaks into the ring behind Kevin, smacks him with the skateboard. He's on the mic screaming, I hope New York was worth it. I hope New York was worth it, bitch. And then he immediately goes on to slam his own face thrice into the turnbuckle.
This is classic Darby. It's like, if no one's going to beat me up, I'll do it myself.
I'll do it myself. I have to do everything around here. So he smashes
Look at you all
face.
pathetic on the ground after I hit you. I'll do the hitting of myself.
Get up! Hit me! Kill me! He smashes his face thrice, and he runs out the back door of the venue. What a return. And you did just imagine, mostly when people, lose a belt, it's like, and then they're off TV for quite a while. It's like, you have to imagine Tony being like, take a break, take a vacay. And Darby just a day later is like, I really want to die. I really want to die.
If you just let me smash my own face into the turnbuckle for a while, that'll hold me for another week, but
it's a bargaining, it's a back and forth. They're figuring it out, but
Tony's backstage having conversations with Mark Briscoe about his cage match, with Darby about his turnbuckle smashing. Boss's work is never done.
So true. What do you guys think of the whole segment? They said no thoughts. That's okay. Do you think Darby and Kevin are going to fight at Forbidden Door?
I don't know. That certainly would make sense.
Leah's doing Silent Bob for me right now.
I was just thinking of Mike just being like, I think they're gonna wrestle.
I think Mike activated something in me because now I can't stop being think that's gonna be a match. It's I just found out what wrestling is about, and I'm like, there's cathedrals everywhere for eyes with those to see them. I see a match. I spy a little match. I spy a potential match. I think they could.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that they're putting any other any wrestler from any other promotion on Forbidden Door. So sure, why not? Darby.
Yes, they are. You didn't. It didn't strike you that stirring pre-tape that we got about how Zack Sabre Jr. and Kenny are going to have a match? That didn't stir you? That didn't make you think yes, another wrestler from another promotion is coming over here? Just that pre-tape that was Zack Sabre Jr. being Kenny, I've always wanted to fight you, and I guess it's time to fight. And then we didn't see Kenny. And then commentary said Kenny is going to fight him.
I saw a tweet somewhere where someone was like, yes, it's our annual time of year where Zack Sabre Jr. comes to America and sexually menaces somebody. I was like, well, I'm at my leisure, but I can't imagine it with Kenny.
In the ring with Kenny there, maybe I could get it up for it. But this, I was just like, oh my God, I'm so bored.
I'm not mad. I just don't understand why we would do. I don't understand why we would do it that way. I think we're not setting enough stuff up in the ring, or maybe we're just setting things up in the ring that I don't care about, and things I care about don't get set up. Not that I care about this, but I do want to see Kenny, so I guess
just
it's just
love
that.
it if Kenny built a match.
Kenny coming back, doing a promo where he's like, I can't come to work all the time, Will. Like, I have to, heal in my mind. And Will is like, please come to work. I need help. Like, basically, it's just like, I need a friend. And Kenny's like, I'm always here if you need me. And then we don't see him.
Well, you can call me anytime. As he hits ignore on Will's calls.
That was the greatest promo because it was just like, men love to lie.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty much all they do.
Yeah, Will was barely on this episode too. It's just like,
we're barely seeing our boys. The Bucks, I guess the Bucks and Kenny are both going to be on Collision. The Bucks are in a feud. Seems crazy to say, with the dogs.
And the thing is that, I'm not even against that, but I feel like I don't see it that often.
I guess I think that if the Bucks are in a feud with the dogs, that should kind of be the primary program. There should be long in-ring segments devoted to the Bucks and the dogs.
I want them to be interacting, yeah.
Everything else, yeah,
Yeah.
Do you know how much it physically hurt me to put the Bucks in the grab bag today?
I know. Oh, we hate it. It doesn't feel good.
Sick.
It doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And they're doing, I said something in here, actually, I didn't even bring it up because it wasn't that interesting. I was like, MJF, when he gave all the money to Don Callis, and I was like, God, MJF and his stupid, he always has this stupid deus ex machina of just having tons of money, and he just does stuff with money. It's not good for a narrative. The man must be denied. He has to fight for something. And then I thought, who did a storyline like that? And I thought, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks. They did the storyline where they were abusing money, and then they didn't have the money, and they had to struggle to figure out what to do without it. And I thought, that's a narrative, baby.
I know. And both sides of the narrative were really fun and funny, whereas with MJF, no sides of it are fun and funny, and they don't go anywhere.
God, it just hurts. Okay, well, move on. All right, that was really the meatiest.
Kenny's matches with Zack Sabre Jr. is Zack Sabre Jr. is fine, but that technical wrestling he does is just not gonna light me up.
He is one of those wrestlers where either I'm gonna love the match or I'm gonna be asleep, and for some reason it's gonna be 45 minutes. And it's you can never tell. You can never tell what's gonna happen. Because that one he did with Orange Cassidy was fantastic.
I don't really remember it, but...
it was very sexual. It was very sexual.
I love
I think
that.
It was
maybe the only build that Orange Cassidy has ever really been sexual in, too. Yeah.
Wow.
What was he calling him? He was calling
his
him...
little Clementine.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was great. But then it was the Bryan Danielson one was boring. What did he do? Mox? I don't know.
Did he do Mox? I don't know. Did he?
Probably Mox did him, but
But I think they did. Maybe. I don't know. Why am I saying that? I don't know. I don't know. You want me to check?
If they'd been trying to escape a cage badly, I'd remember. But
I'd remember.
It was probably just a good match. That does nothing for me.
God, I would love if we took Japan's greatest technical wrestler and made him shimmy down the side of a cage.
I would love that too. I just had a really weird thought where I was like, we can't ever remember anything, but we remember Escape the Cage as discussed. Should I try to create a Sherlock-style mind palace where the palace is the cage that's getting escaped, because that's the place of memory. Mm-hmm. So I go in there and then I find places in the cage for matches that I should actually remember. So I'm in the cage to be escaped, and then I look up and I see Dax hanging on by his little fingernails, and his fingernails take me to the memory of Zack Sabre Jr. and Orange Cassidy sexually fighting.
I think that's going to work, yeah.
That would work, right?
I think so, yeah.
That would work.
Yeah.
What a beautiful mnemonic device that'll be.
That's going to be amazing. Where I say, let me just go to the cage, which must be escaped really quickly.
The ref's opening the door because Dax has come close to it and Dax can't climb it. And what's there? Oh, it's Bryan Danielson and Hangman, and they're doing an Iron Man match, and it's really good.
And I remember every second. Okay. All right. Shane Taylor fought. This is a whole... I'm going to really try and speed through this because I just had to put it together for myself, okay? Shane Taylor... Okay, no. It's somewhere else. Okay, Mox and Pac fought Sean Dean and Carly Bravo. Never heard of Carly Bravo. Who are in Shane Taylor Promotions on Collision. And the Death Riders won. So then on this week's Collision, Shane Taylor got on the mic after a win versus Alan Angels, who was visiting, I guess. And he was like, the Death Riders have been the most violent faction at AEW for years. They've been running roughshod over us. But all of that changes right now because the Shane Taylor Promotions is about to be the most violent group that AEW has ever seen. And Jonathan Moxley, let's fight and let's really rumble. And so out behind the venue, the Death Riders are coming in, and they're coming in to fight in a trios match versus Shane Taylor. Could that be right? Oh, because Shane Taylor himself is not in the match, just other men from the promotion, presumably, but I don't remember which ones. And I think it's the same ones again, plus Lee Moriarty. That's my guess. And so then there's some stuff going on, and that's a match. And then later in the show, Shane Taylor kidnaps and does violence to Wheeler Yuta, and he gives a promo about it where he says, I want you to answer a question for me. Am I my brother's keeper? It's like, that's his child, first of all. But, and so then that leads to another match, and it's a singles match. And we see that on Dynamite, and that's why we saw this Shane Taylor Mox match on Dynamite this week. And I really reconstructed that, didn't I?
You really did a great job.
I'm pretty impressed, yeah.
Because
Really
I
put the
hadn't followed
pieces
any of
together.
that. So you eliminated several things for me.
I had to drill down on it quite a bit. But so we have this singles match, and this is a match where they are fighting. And there's a little bit of an interference thing with Marina Shafir and Trish Adora, and they had some interference stuff in the other one. So we're setting up a girl fight, you know. And Mox wins the match, but afterwards, Shane Taylor chokes him out and jumps on him again from up on the ropes in some way. And that's what a humiliation for Mox to experience. So then later we get this backstage promo. And I love the way they phrased this in the recap. As he struggled to get the words out because of immense pain. Is that how you would describe, and I loved it, what Mox was doing?
He was hamming his heart out.
Hamming and hawing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just choking with his post-strangled throat, I guess.
Yeah, he could barely get the words out, but it was the funniest thing I've ever seen. I said he knows about that sweater. He knows how good this little pig sweater is. He knows how good it is.
He's like, if someone else took that away from me next year, like I would be devastated.
Die. Yeah.
And honestly, like is anyone else in the running this year?
No. And I'm sorry to say it. I mean, unless we start seeing long Bucks dog segments, or the Bucks turn heel again.
Mercedes could decide to take it,
could.
but she's got a lot of ground to make up.
She's lost a lot of months.
It's halfway through the year. She'd have to make every moment count.
She would, yeah. And perhaps she will, but the women don't get as many moments. So.
No.
Okay, so Shane, you could have walked away with your pride, but you didn't. Blah blah blah. They're cutting promos. They're gonna have a 5-on-5 street fight on Collision, and Danny Garcia said he hopes Taylor chooses his friends wisely as they are leading him straight to hell. I didn't understand that because I was like, Shane Taylor seems to be in control of the faction. He's leading everyone to hell. If anyone is leading everyone to hell, it seems like it's Shane.
Yeah, agreed. I feel like a lot of times in promos, wrestlers, like, they say sentences that sound kind of tough and cool, and then when you think about it's a little like AI in this way when you're like, wait, that doesn't mean anything.
Wrestler brain, the original AI.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they've never experienced reality. They've just seen words together. They don't actually understand them. It's all probability.
All probability. Okay, so that's the whole thing. And then Lee Moriarty is in a feud with Nigel McGuinness, I guess. That's it. Oh. And was any of that even worth saying? I mean, I guess we did. Thoughts on Shane Taylor and his titular promotion.
I do have to say, you said you don't know who Carly Bravo is. He is romantically married to Captain Sean
Oh, they're
Dean.
married?
Yeah. Who I mean, you know,
I
we're
know.
lying.
I understand.
I just got worried that I was like, she doesn't believe me, does she?
Breaking news.
She's on Dry and Roosh all over again. I'm like, gay? For pride? No, I got it.
The civic belt.
Tunnel talk married. Yeah. Okay.
The whole time when I was I was like, I'm going to tell her about Carly Bravo's husband, but then I couldn't remember his name. And most of that section you just read, my brain was just going, Jimmy Dean. Nope. Jimmy Dean. Nope. Jimmy Dean. Nope.
Jimmy Dean, the Sausage King. That's a good husband to have.
Sean Dean.
Captain Sean Dean.
Yeah. I'd love to see them. Hey, I'd love to see them come out.
Captain Sean Dean, do you watch NCIS? Answer in the comments.
I like Shane Taylor as a wrestler. I think he has a strange, improbable wrestling style. Like, he's a large man, but he floats sometimes, and you're like, how'd you do that?
Yeah.
But I will say, I don't know that he really has the charisma to really drive a feud here, so I don't know that this was really captivating.
Yeah, it's very like, wow, we're really promoting some people up from ROH, and it feels a little weird. It's like, why are the Bucks on Collision and Shane Taylor's on Dynamite? I don't understand what's happening.
I think it's good to get new people in. It's good to give people a chance. I do think, like, if you've been doing a whole thing on ROH, I would like a little bit more of some kind of intro thing when you show up. Like, what is Shane Taylor Promotions about, you know? Just being the most violent faction? Well, then, unfortunately, it's not going to interest me, I fear.
It's like, boy, we really need a main event. We really need a violent promotion. It's like, well, we've already got like 10. So we're actually looking to cut back on those. But.
Swimming in. I thought you never hear like a wrestler be like, my faction is the cleverest faction. My faction is going to find a way to win strategically. I'd love to hear that a little more.
I'd love to hear that. And
fucking sickos don't like that.
I'd love to watch a wrestler try to portray a really smart and clever person. I think that would be really fun.
You're right. It would be kind of the art within art problem.
Yeah.
Where they'd be like, this is the most ingenious solution anyone has ever come up with.
Art
You're just like,
art.
You know what
Aaron Sorkin writing a show about a sketch comedy show.
Yes. You know. Anne understands my shorthand. Yeah. You guys, the listeners, you understand what I mean. The problem is, the classic problem is that if you are writing something where you're like, and this was it's about like the best book ever written. And then you have the problem of being like, I can't write any excerpts from the best book ever written. They're they're clearly not the best.
It's literally like 30 Rock and Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip premiered the same year. But on 30 Rock, it was about a sketch comedy show that was really bad. And Aaron Sorkin thought he would write a show about a sketch show that was really good. And his was not good. So.
No.
Yeah.
Sorry, Leah, what were you about to say?
It's not that interesting.
Well, that's the art within art issue. And it's exactly the same thing as, I don't really remember what we were saying. Shane Taylor, the most violent. The cleverest.
The cleverest. They're just simply not capable of it.
They can't do it. No. Okay.
Also, why is Mox being baby-faced throughout this? Because isn't he kind of supposed to be the bad guy with Ospreay, who is currently have a storyline right now?
Well, Kenny says that he's the bad guy with Ospreay, but Kenny was actually acting quite sus in that whole interaction. Kenny was coming off pretty fucking shady. As we've said many times, Mox has physically healed Will Ospreay's neck, which I don't think a bad guy would do. But I agree.
That's true. All doctors are morally upstanding, as we all know.
I like how you started that argument. Kind of the vibe was like, but Kenny says Mox is ambitious, and Kenny is an honorable man.
Nice.
I mean, Kenny is a little more Shakespeare from Kenny, is what I'll say. A little more Shakespeare from Mr. Kenny. Okay. Were you going to say something?
No, I just meant like you're really setting him like a high bar. It's like he won't show up, but we want him to do Shakespeare.
he's like, that is why I won't show up. It's like you go away for 5 seconds, next thing you know, they're like, do Shakespeare.
It's like now I'm so emotionally exhausted by the idea of doing Shakespeare. I have to be off TV for another month so I can recover.
Shakespeare was theater for the people, okay?
That's right.
It's full of the original exact kind of lowbrow comedy that you adore.
Yeah.
He was basically being like, I'm scrolling Grindr on my phone. Like, it's for you.
It's the original drag show also.
Yeah. Kenny. So I don't know why you're protesting so hard about how you don't want to do Shakespeare. You don't want to come back to the show and you don't want to do Shakespeare for us.
God, Kenny, stop putting Shakespeare down.
God, you drive me crazy. Kenneth, I can't talk about this with you right now. Let's move on. Okay. Women's Owen updates. Is that really where we are? What have we covered and what's left? Oh, I see. Okay, I get it now. Okay. Women's Owen updates.
We kind of have a lot to cover considering we're an hour into it. We really did talk a lot of nonsense.
We filibustered.
We took the off-ramps that we saw.
We're so good at it. Persephone fought Hazuki on Collision and Hazuki won. After a handshake of womanly respect, Hazuki left as behind her in the ring, Mercedes abruptly slid in and attacked Persephone, whom commentary reminded us took her CMLL world title last year. Thank you, commentary. I did need to be reminded of that. Hazuki ran back for the save, chased Mercedes out of the ring. It was a bit of a comedy, like in out of the ring situation. Like people are attacking each other and then they're going down and then they're getting up and, it's the whole thing. Mercedes ends up trying to leave. She slides out of the ring. She's like hamming for the camera, really. So she's starting strong, saying I'm the greatest. She gets surprised dive bombed by Hazuki onto the floor. The two are going to fight in one of the quarterfinals of the women's bracket. On the other side of the quarterfinals, we have Athena and Maya World, because Maya World just fought Sky Blue, also on this Dynamite. She was a last-minute sub for Suri, who wasn't cleared to compete, and we were excited to meet. I don't know if we've seen her in anything before, but we hear about her a lot.
I think we might have seen her in one of the Stardom matches that we watched for our bonus episodes, but yeah, I was very excited to see her when I'm more familiar with her.
Excited to see her. Sorry not to, but Renee was doing some ringside reporting.
I think she has a neck injury, so if she wants to go hang out with Mox and have Marina fix things.
Oh, hop on in. Hey, hop on in,
Marina
sister.
to fix that for you. No problem. Get on your back.
We've got in-house experts. Forbidden Door should actually just be people from other promotions being like, I heard you have some great neck specialists.
Doc Sampson's like, not more than Japan. And then they're like, no, not you.
Not you.
I need Marina's towel.
It's like they show up for Forbidden Door and it's like, where are the Death Riders? But it would be kind of like getting quest directions where it's like, seek out the darkest hallway in the back of the back rooms, like beneath like the tallest set of stairs, there shall ye find. Like,
you've got to follow traumatized faces. Like if you're walking down the hallway and someone's coming one way and they look like they've just seen something they really wish they hadn't, you're like, go that way.
Run towards what scares you. Yes.
Ooh. Now Mox would sign on to that.
Yes. Mox loves that. Yeah. Mox is like, I want to do that. It's like, it's you, dude. Like he's running towards himself. There's something there. There's something
that's
there.
deep.
Run towards
that's what the cleverest wrestler would do.
Art within art. Actually, the best art. All right. I don't know what I was saying. Yes, okay. So Renee is on the floor giving us a little background on Maya World. This is just great. I feel so much sympathy for what I'm about to say, which is that Renee told us that Maya World's brother passed away this week, and she's here to be in this match, which is like, all my heart goes out to you. Wrestling is insane. It is insane to me to be like, and they were like, Renee was like, and her brother got her into wrestling, and she's here to, honor him and celebrate him by wrestling. And I said, I love this for you. I remain so confused about how processing is in wrestling, but
it is wild. It's like, if it were me, I would probably take off work, but I'm glad that you are getting this opportunity. I don't know. It's crazy. It's like Mark Briscoe also. I'm just like, I don't quite know how to interact with this as art, but okay.
It is a complicating factor. I did think it was a great match. I really liked her.
I liked it, yeah.
I really liked her wrestling, and it was interesting to hear commentary navigate that, which they were doing sweetly but fumblingly. And she ended up winning again, so Maya World is going to fight Athena, Mercedes is going to fight Hazuki, the winners will fight, and then the winner of that will go on to fight Tekla at All In, I think. Is that correct?
I think so.
Wow, amazing job. Me. Just a normal job, Allie. It's just what the show tries to tell you every week, and you try not to learn. All right. We also got a Mercedes package about the state of the women's division. So she was little pre-tape, thing where she says, I am a global icon and the greatest to ever do it. While everyone was celebrating my downfall, I was watching. For 6 months, I sat back and watched this division lose its power. I said, for shoot. And she basically was like, but now I'm here to, kick things back in gear. I said, God, I hope so.
Please.
Yeah. I thought this package was very funny. Like, it was good, but it was also, like, hilarious because it was like, I'm a global icon, and there's, like, headlines about, about her going across the screen. I was like, delightful.
I love you, Mercedes. I did look up, because she ended this by saying, Hazuki, you're next, and the CEO always collects. I said, I'm in our schedule workflow. I'm gonna go see what she said a CEO is or does, and that's what a CEO does. She stands up for what she believes in, which was so, to me, like Tyra Banks life size coded, where it's just like that is. I just am so obsessed with it. It's so funny. The CEO stands up for what she believes in. I'm like, I guess if what she believes in is evil.
I know. It also always collects as like, I mean, not really. Are you talking about like accounts receivable or like, I don't know.
She don't know what a CEO is.
No.
And I think that's beautiful. Like, unlike bootlicker Mark Briscoe.
Bootlicker Mark Briscoe probably knows exactly what a CEO does, and he supports it.
He says, I think wealth should be concentrated.
Like, they make that money because they earned it and they deserve it. Also,
they make decisions that you'd be afraid to.
And also, you mentioned Tyra Banks reminded me. Remember her hot ice cream?
Yeah. I think about it all the time. I was just thinking about it the other day. Why? Oh, because our friend Hannah brought up iced chocolate, which they're serving in, she's in Egypt. And she was like, is this normal? And I was like, I think it is normal in Australia. I kind of remember that from some of my trips. And then I was like, Tyra Banks opened her hot ice cream store. This is not a good story because it was a journey that I went on where I was like, maybe it's the Australians. She opened it in Sydney, Australia. And I was like, something about them. They're doing weird things. And then I was like, iced chocolate isn't inherently weird. Chocolate isn't inherently hot.
Well, but like calling it iced chocolate instead of like chocolate milk is a little bit like, Australia, what are you doing with the temperature? It's like you want your ice cream to be hot. You want your chocolate to be iced. Like what's going on?
For you guys, everything is temperature play.
It's all upside
Nothing can
down.
ever just be the temperature it is. You just
I guess in the southern hemisphere, your ice cream has to be hot, but...
And that, honestly, the hot ice cream stuff, I've watched a lot of content about it, and it does not seem good. To me, it doesn't seem good.
But it's a big swing. I mean, that's a big swing and a miss,
Tyra
but the kind that I love, which is a Tyra classic, of course.
Yeah, well, it's like a big swing and a miss that also is a hit, where you're just like, I have hours of entertainment for me. Thank you, Tyra.
I know. I feel like because there was a documentary, people were like talking about Tyra, and they were like, can you believe she did X? And like, I did watch America's Next Top Model back in the day. I was like, oh, yeah, she did. But it's like, and it was wildly offensive, but also it's like, it was Tyra, so I don't know. You can't take it that seriously, man. Of course
it was what it was. And Tekla is waging war on Stardom, but no one from Stardom, as far as I can tell, has hit back.
Maybe they'll give us a beautiful pre-tape like Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh, I'd love a really randy little pre-tape like Zack gave us. Yeah.
Really something kind of bland and anodyne and not interactive with anybody.
Okay, anything else in there? Mm-hmm. No. Swerve and Brody main evented Dynamite with their Owen match. We got no live promos about this?
No, just that one package, I think.
God help me. I thought this was a very fun aggro match. Aubrey was doing some real yelling from the ring because they kept leaving it. They didn't want to stay in there. They were so busy doing other interesting things.
Disrespectful.
Swerve won and will fight Will Ospreay in the Owen finals, with the winner going on to fight MJF at Wembley. Ospreay, who had his finals match versus Mark Davis last week, had a backstage segment from after that match that aired on Dynamite this week, where he stumbled down some stairs saying, oh, there you guys are, to the cameraman, and proceeded to explain his physical state and cut a little promo, a very slightly little promo about what's going on with him. What did you guys think of Ospreay's affect and what he had to say?
He's just cute. Like, it was just a cute, charming little promo.
He was chipper. I could understand about half of what he was saying because he stopped. He used to enunciate clearly for America, and now he doesn't anymore. Plus, it was in a stairwell as always, so it's like there's a bit of an echo.
The echo really changes the listening experience.
Yeah, I loved it. Love him.
I thought it was sweet. He seemed so hapless. He like just couldn't, and he's like stumbles down the stairs like, oh, there you guys are. Oh my God. Like he's just basically being like, what a match. And it's like my ribs, you wouldn't even believe. And I'm trying to get a full breath. And here we are again. Am I right? But definitely going to make it to Wembley if I can. And I'm going to get there. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I do owe something to the Death Riders. I'm like, yeah, literally everything about your neck health, I think. Like,
right. It's like, well, you're only realizing that now because it's been going on for like a while.
I don't get it. I think I understand why many of our beloved friends are like, this is a mishandled storyline because you can't really make it add up. But I love all the pieces. But in moments like that, it is like, you need to figure out what's going on with you and the Death Riders because I thought you were well aware that they were healing your neck. So I don't know why you've learned it for the first time right now.
I know. This was the first week where I was like, okay, yeah, this Will Ospreay thing needs to kick into gear because like every other week there's been something insanely psychosexual with Mox and this week like there wasn't. So it was like, and we just saw Will for like a couple minutes in this falling down the stairs thing. So it's like, okay, well, if like his chase for the title is like, you know, propelling us forward this summer, it's like we really need to get it going or he needs to be doing something that's a little more compelling.
Yeah. Well, the other thing that happened in this segment, he was interrupted in the middle of being like, maybe I do owe the Death Riders a little thanks, was that he was barreled into by a weeping Alex Windsor, who, again, this is last week, was hot off her own loss to Mercedes, so she's out of the Owen. They had a very long, sweet embrace where he's kind of comforting her and saying, he said, like, I know, I've been there or something, where it was like, yeah, and you cried on Kenny, and, you know, we all have to help who's closest to us in the moment of need. And then he pushes the camera away at the end, which I thought was funny after like all the times he's recently pushed the camera away because it's like trying to film his taint, basically. It's just like, this is so wholesome comparatively. What did you guys think of that?
I thought it was very cute, but like, it was one of those things where it's like, oh, that's so sweet. And then I was like, be so careful. I don't know that I want to watch you be in love, but this was cute. But be careful, please.
Yeah, I felt very, like, almost the verge of panicky where it was like, oh, Windsor, don't, like, tie yourself to him. Like, this is nice. I like seeing you. You guys seem like a very sweet couple, but, like, ooh.
Yeah. And I, from another angle, was like, well, Will Ospreay, what is this doing? What is this doing for your storyline? I mean, for either of them, I think it's true for both. It's like, okay, if you want to have and it was a very sweet hug, and I do think they seem like a really sweet couple. That's not the issue. It was like, what is this teaching us about your characters, and how is it propelling the story forward, and is it what you need? And maybe you have an idea that it is, but
like obviously, you know, it could be something, but honestly, I would have rather Alex Windsor run into Jamie Hayter's arms.
Oh my God. Well, I would love to see that, obviously. And it's like, because they have the on-screen relationship anyway.
Right.
Yeah, because it did feel very like, oh, are we supposed to know that you guys are together?
We kind of do from a couple of different things, but
and didn't they sort of team up for something?
Like, yeah, she was when there was when he got the New Japan help to fight Mox.
Oh yeah.
She was in that because you have to have a girl. You have to have a girl for the girl. You got to have girl for girl.
I've got to put that in my escape the cage mind palace.
Just find a little corner. Cash is in there somewhere. Maybe put it right on his forehead.
There you go.
I think I felt a little like, okay, so now it's going to be Swerve versus Ospreay at Forbidden Door. Swerve and Ospreay have a lot of history. It's like really good it's actually really good history. They've been part of a really juicy storyline together, and then they teamed up, and there's a lot of stuff there that you can play with. We're going to do something. We're going to do some promos and maybe
we better, but Swerve and Brody also have history, and we didn't get any of those. So.
I know. It's like if there are not like live promos in ring with Swerve and Ospreay, like I'm gonna lose my mind.
No. We can't. No, we have to.
Yeah.
We have to have live in-ring promos, and we have to have an actual story. We have to have an actual story. And it has to be people coming in with two different attitudes about what's going on, and then they're going to have a fight that reflects those attitudes and something we have to. We actually have to.
Yeah, it's actually kind of
imperative.
Everything's riding on it, yeah.
Everything's riding
in terms of Forbidden Door.
Do you want this to be hot and ready hot dog summer or not?
Yeah, we got to heat up that hot dog.
We got time to heat up that hot dog.
Get that hot dog on the grill.
Oh my gosh. So that I was looking at it through that lens too, where I'm like, okay, this is so wonderful and sweet, but we're gonna do something a little more efficacious next week, though, right?
Yeah.
She said, like a bitch. Okay, and do you guys still do you think is MJF losing the belt before All In or not? What do you think? What does your heart say?
The nose are heavily hinting that Revolution exists for Kenny to win. So
I think, okay, I hadn't seen that. Don Callis was on commentary during the Andrade and OC match, and in the middle of the match, I don't remember exactly what they were talking about, but he suddenly just was like, and that's why Kenny won the belt. Kenny only won the belt because of me, because I helped Kenny win the belt. And then someone said something on a different topic, and then he was like, he only won it because of me, Kenny Omega. Only because of me, and then he couldn't win it otherwise. And I was like, Don, this is not your most artful work. It's really feeling to me like it was important to get into commentary here, the idea that someone thinks Kenny could never win a belt again. So that has activated for me the idea that Kenny may come back and win the belt.
You know, and Will and Kenny were, talking very like, you can still do it too, buddy, all that. So
yeah. The thing is that, of course, I want MJF to lose the belt, and I'd love to have Kenny forced to come to work every day because he has the belt. But at the same time, I'm like, is this how I wanted him to win it? I feel like he's being handed like a gold watch before he retires. Like, I'm like, this isn't how it should be. Like, I mean, I'm not usually one of those people that's like, Kenny's presentation, but I am sort of like, he is one of our best wrestlers. Like, he can't have, like, if we're going to give him his last run, can't it be like, I don't know, he earned it instead of like he holds it for 3 weeks?
Yeah, and it's like, and I don't object to a short run because like Darby just had a great short run, but it feels like if Kenny is potentially going to win it like a month from now, like, Kenny should be on my screen a little bit, right? Like, Kenny should be, like, part of the show right now.
I would like to see him be part of the show right now, yeah. Well, interesting. It is funny to think about Kenny with the belt having the vibe of someone who got promoted against their will. Which actually is the vibe he already has, kind of.
It's true. Yeah, he really wants to go back to being an individual contributor.
Yes, but it's just like, okay, so Kenny, amazing to have you on board as a people manager. It's time to schedule 16 check-ins. I want to see the look on his face when someone's like, time to schedule 16 check-ins per week.
Your one-on-ones. Yeah, that's going to be your Friday.
Kenny, just an idea. Okay, finally, Ciampa murdered a man named Beef on Collision. Ciampa murdered a man. And then stomped over to the commentary table and said, tell Chris Jericho I'm coming for him. And then that wasn't enough. I think he suddenly decided, so he hauled Beef into some kind of hurtful tantric pose. And then he demanded that Tony Schiavone bring the mic over to him, which Tony Schiavone reluctantly complied with. And then he shouted into the mic, tell everyone, tell them I'm better than Jericho or I break his back, tell them. And Tony said, You're better than Jericho. And he said, no, say Tommaso Ciampa is better than Chris Jericho. And Tony said it. And then he flung Beef to one side and he hopped on the mic and he said, you heard it here. How long have you known him for? He's 100 years old. He's known Chris Jericho his entire career. Jericho, you can't run and you can't hide forever. The psycho killer is waiting for you, snake. And I really loved this. I thought it was just so extra.
This feud
Ciampa has been knock it out of the park. Yeah.
This feud has won me around on Ciampa. I wasn't entirely sold on him, and I've now bought stock.
Yes. Well, he had really hit a vein here. And I think, Leah, it was after seeing Dynamite that you said, okay, I got it. Because Dynamite opens with basically the same scene with where Ciampa comes out to the ring and Tony Schiavone's there and he says, tell them I'm better than Chris Jericho.
It felt like a very sexual menacing when he was like pushing Tony Schiavone against the corner of the ring. And Tony Schiavone is so good at being bullied, you know? It's
he
like
does.
Really
He just
effective.
gets this certain look on his face that kind of like really contributes to the air of sexual menace. Where he's really just like, not again, not at work. And he doesn't have beef to use as a little, I said patsy, but I don't think that's right, to use as a threat anymore. So Tony very bravely refuses to say that Ciampa is better than Chris Jericho. And so then he threatens Tony. He threatens to break Tony's back, and Tony is not unmoved by that. So then he starts to say it, and in the middle of saying it, Jericho benevolently hits his music, and he comes out, averting the catastrophe of Tony Schiavone's back getting broken by Tommaso Ciampa live on TV. And we go on to have a Ciampa Jericho extravaganza in the ring. What did you see? What did you like?
Well, Chris Jericho did like a masterful job of just riling Ciampa up, and the way Ciampa was like stomping around the ring and jumping up and down reminded me for some reason of like a 90s Nickelodeon cartoon in like the best way. And I was like, yep, this is what I like.
Well, that's completely right. And it is also like, he is fairy tale coded. Like he is like, there's like the Rumpelstiltskin energy of just like, he's jumping higher than you can imagine someone jumping when he's mad. Like, oh gosh, darn it. And he's stomping.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jericho was doing like the microaggression of calling someone a nickname they don't want to be called. And, Ciampa was getting all mad. Don't call me Tommy. So something about Tommy's mommy.
Tommy's mommy chant was inspired.
Very
I loved it.
Very, very funny.
Yeah, and he was like, are they going to find somebody for me to fight that's not bald? And then the crowd starts chanting bald, and Ciampa is like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that to the crowd, which I thought was fun.
Mm-hmm.
It was all very broad. It was Toontown. I love being in Toontown. I think it's funny, like they didn't lean on it at all, really, because I actually don't, like they ribbed each other quite a bit. Like they were doing the name stuff, but it's like still not canonically that clear to me, like why Tommaso Ciampa is so all in on this feud, which I'm not mad at, but I was like, did kind of think they might get into it,
It's confusing. Well, the funny thing is that Jericho was like, I don't know why you're so mad at me. And then Jericho's theory of the case, which Ciampa didn't deny, was
that's right, yeah.
Ciampa came in as like the big fish and the big, fancy, important guy. And then when Jericho showed back up, he was jealous because now he's not top dog anymore. And I was like, this is such an interesting view of the promotion from both of you.
I know. It is.
So Tommaso's been top guy this whole time until Jericho came back.
You kind of imagine the camera like slowly drawing back and drawing back and drawing back until you realize that they're like the size of a mouse in that ring, and that all the other like actual, it's like Swerve and Ospreay and Kenny and like, are like looking down at them and being like, they're so cute. They're so cute down there.
Well, they're fighting about who's the biggest guy.
I guess it's like basically what's implicit is just like you thought you'd be like the biggest ex-WWE star, but you're not. Which is funny.
But even then, it's like, babes, Andrade's in the title scenes.
I know, that's true.
Like Jon Moxley works here.
Jon Moxley works here. Cope is running around, for better, for worse. I cannot
But I
believe
kind of love this alternate universe where
yeah.
Ciampa's like, yeah, I mean, I'm on all the trunks, like I'm the number one merch seller. Everything revolves around me.
Yeah,
until that Chris Jericho came back.
They're just in their own little world, and that's like really beautiful, kind of romantic in its own way.
You know what the dumbest touch was that I liked so much is that when Judas was playing, he was like, no, turn it off, I've had enough. But they didn't turn it off. They let it finish. And so he just kept yelling and stomping for a full 30 seconds while production ignored him. I loved that. That was great. Because usually when they say stop the music, they do stop it.
It does,
Not
yeah.
this time. Not this time. I love that.
It is kind of romantic the way they see each other. Like, as you said that, I hadn't really thought of it that way, but it is like, wow, in Chris Jericho's eyes, Ciampa's huge, and in Ciampa's eyes, Jericho's huge. Like, that's so sweet. It's like when a parent is like talking to you about their baby. Like, I know somebody who their baby has like a very distinctive face. Like, she really looks like herself, and it's not like super cute on a baby, but you can tell when she grows up, she might be very attractive. Like, it's just more of an adult face on a baby.
Yeah.
And her mother was talking to me and was like, yeah, I just look at her and I think, wow, I gave birth to like the most beautiful girl in the world. And she was not kidding, like, at all. And it was like, it's not a very cute baby. Like, again, like, I think she'll be a totally fine to possibly very attractive adult, but just like a weird looking baby. But her mother's
really
like,
feels like
the
you
most
feel like
beautiful.
you have to say that. You're like, and actually could be very beautiful as an adult. Actually, like, could be especially beautiful because of not being a Gerber baby as such.
I just want to be clear. I'm not I'm not trying to be aggressive towards this baby, but her mother thinks she's the most beautiful thing in the world, as she should, and that's how Jericho feels about Ciampa.
I have a pump idea for you guys. Are you ready?
Oh, God, yes.
Ciampa and Jericho co-parent a child, while flashbacks explain how their relationship fell apart.
AEW, Ciampa and Jericho.
Yeah.
AEW, Ciampa and Jericho. Yeah. I guess, well, yeah, because I guess it's a totally different show, though, so we can say AEW. Tony will let us use it for sure.
It's a spin-off. We're the showrunners. I don't think there'll be a problem. I'm sure Ciampa and Jericho will love it.
They're going to love it. Oh, I would love to watch them raise a little bit. Now, do you think it should be a baby, or should it be a young wrestler, or both? Possible to do both.
Wow.
I don't know why, before you said young wrestler, and immediately I was like, Ricochet. But then, like, that he's not even young, so I don't know why I said that.
That could be their older son, though. I mean, maybe they had a child a long time ago.
That's their adult son.
Their adult son. I think it would be fun if they had like a baby, like a teen, and then an adult child. You know, like -1, a baby, and Ricochet. I think
I would like that too.
3 great sons.
Wow.
God, I would love to see what they get up to. I hope it involves Interpol.
And someone named Boris.
I would love to watch Interpol try and deal with Chris Jericho and Tommaso Ciampa.
Like the CIA comes to Chris Jericho and they're like, we need you to do spying while you're in international waters on the cruise, and like you won't be suspicious. You'll be our agent to sneak. I'm just like going into the American space, really.
No, I love it. I got slightly distracted because I was thinking spy stuff, and then I was like, oh my God, it should be like, I actually don't remember the plot of it. I just remember how funny it is, but like a Melissa McCarthy spy type movie, but where it's like the spies are embedded wrestler. You know what I mean? Where they're just like, we need somebody to do this spy work. Like, so I guess it's kind of like a Mary Kate and Ashley movie too, a little bit, but where it's like, just these wrestlers, I guess, like, you have to be our spies, like, because you're going to All In London.
Jericho and Ciampa as Mary Kate and Ashley, and it is like, except it would be unfortunately better if it was WWE because they're going to Saudi Arabia and they're going to do some spying over there.
Yeah. Tony, we have to go to Saudi Arabia, but for a very good reason.
Yeah.
Canceled. No. For a very good reason, so we can film an amazing comedy. They only have to go in the it's a fictional film. So it's just a fictional film.
So it's not a problem. Please stop yelling at us.
Oh my gosh. Now, what are we talking about? What's happening? The pump. They're on the pump. They're raising a baby. They have a romantic relationship. Chris Jericho called him Goblin Face, which I loved. Everyone sees it. Everybody sees it.
Everybody sees it.
Everybody sees it. And it somehow gets, I don't think he's doing anything different with his beard, but it gets like more like D&D coded every single week. Yeah. It's just like, I can't believe that you look this way.
I mean, that jacket that he wears really brings it out, and
it's true. And having the the neck. The thing that I was going to say, it's not even worth really saying. It's like they just have no real explanation of it, and they're just like I think we're right. Like they're just like, we have a totally skewed view of this promotion that we're celebrating together with this feud, and then others are just like, I guess just let them have that fun. It is interesting to me that Ciampa has identified one real thing where he's like, Chris Jericho is a snake, always has been, always will be, and it's like, that is true. It doesn't actually seem to factor into any of this at all, but it is true, and it would be a really relevant reason to have a fight with him. Just to be like, I know you're not being honest about yourself.
He is talking like Jericho betrayed him, like was a snake, but it's like did Jericho like tell you that they had ham and catering, but there was no ham there? Like, what happened? Like, what's your inciting incident? No one knows.
We'd simply love to know. We'd love to know, but we can't, because they're not going to tell us unless they do.
They will in the flashbacks.
They will in the flashbacks.
Yeah, that's true.
Wow. Are they going to play themselves younger, or are we getting? We casting young?
No, they play themselves younger, but with like bad wigs. Like
amazing. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want.
Kind of a Wet Hot American Summer. Kinda,
yes.
Yeah.
Oh God, yes. Wow. So many things we'll never see. Okay. Anything else about that?
No.
Anything else about anything? Or anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't get a chance to? But we even got to the Bucks and the Dogs. What a week. We got to everything. It was a rough one. But you wouldn't know it from, I think, how much fun we just had. So
yeah.
That's our skill.
Turned out fine, I guess. Okay. Well, on that note, I've been Allie.
I've been Ann.
And I've been Leah.
It's always Tunnel Talk. Our theme is by Chris Corkin. You can find us on Twitter, Tumblr, Twitch, Blue Sky at Tunnel Talk Pod, via email, tunneltalkpod@gmail.com. You can find us on our feed, on the Social Suplex Network feed, where you can check out all the other great podcasts on the network, and you can find us on the Social Suplex Network Discord. Please rate, review, and subscribe to us wherever you get your podcasts. Stay frosty. And as always, come back next week.